box plot or box and whisker diagram. The 5-number summary is used to construct a box plot. Now, a box plot or a box and whisker diagram is a graph of a data that consists of a line extending from the minimum value to the maximum value in a box with the lines drawn at the first quartile, the median, and the third quartile. Now, the procedure for constructing a box plot. Number one, you need to first find the 5-number summary, which is the minimum value, quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3, and the maximum value. Number two, you construct a line segment extending from the minimum data value to the maximum data value. Number three, you construct a box, a rectangle, extending from quartile 1 to quartile 3 and draw a line in the box at the value of quartile 2, which is the median. Now, let's take a look at an example here. Okay, here's our example. It says here, constructing a box plot. So from our previous example, we're going to use the space, mountain, wait times to construct the box plot. In that previous example, we determined that the box plot uses the 5-number summary, which was found in that example. The minimum was 10, quartile 1 is 25, the median or quartile 2 is 35, quartile 3 is 10, and the maximum is 110. So the first thing we need to do is we title the box plot. It says Space Mountain at 10 a.m. Now what we want to do is, if you notice, the data goes from 0 all the way to 110. So what we're going to do here is we're going to list the scale. So we're going to go from 0 to 20, from 20 to 40, from 40 to 60, 60 to 80, and then 80 to 100. Okay, now we need to take a look and plot where the minimum and the maximum values are. So recall that we have the following, right? So where would our minimum and our quartile 1, quartile 2, and maximum are located? Well, as you can see here, we have the following. Okay, you can see that we have the minimum value, which is 10. So that's located before the 20. We have quartile 1, which is 25. So that should be to the right of 20, but not close to 40, so there's 25. Then we have quartile 2, which is 35 here. Then we have quartile 3, which is 50. And then we have the maximum at 110. Okay, so what we do, again, going back up here, you construct a line segment extending from the minimum data value to the maximum data value. And then you're going to construct a rectangle extending quartile 1 to quartile 3. And then a line that describes the median. So if you notice here, there's our line, okay? And then it's going to go straight to quartile 1. So that means we're going to start creating our box, right? So there's our rectangle box. And then when we get to the median, you can see that there's a line that's drawn there to denote the median or quartile 2. Now the rectangle is going to extend all the way to quartile 3. So we have, here's our rectangle, and the edges of our rectangle is quartile 1, quartile 3. We have a line in the middle for quartile 2. You can see that this line extends to the minimum. And now over here, you can see that the line is going to extend all the way to the maximum. So therefore, this is constructing manually a box plot.